Hello students, welcome to Python programming class lecture 29. We are learning unit 4 part 1 dictionaries. Let's check the syllabus. What is dictionary? Dictionary is a collection of counters, looping and dictionaries, reverse lookup, dictionaries and lists, memos and finally global variables. In previous 2 lectures, 5 topics are completed. In today's lecture, we will discuss 2 topics, memos and global variables. Let's get into the lecture. Coming to the first one, memos. What is meant by memo? Let's check examples. Consider Fibonacci program. Here, if n equal to 0, it will return 0. If n equal to 1, it will return 1, or else it will return Fibonacci of n minus 1 plus Fibonacci of n minus 2. Let's check the tracing of the program. Consider n equal to 4 initially. N equal to 4. If n equal to 4, so what is Fibonacci of n minus 1? 3. Fibonacci of n minus 2? 2. Both are called here. Once again, Fibonacci of 3 is called, Fibonacci of 2 is called here. So while calling Fibonacci of 3, so what is Fibonacci of n minus 1? It is 2. Fibonacci of n minus 2, 1. While calling Fibonacci of 2, it is Fibonacci of n minus 1 is 1. Fibonacci of n minus 2 is 0. Right? Once again, after completion of this level is executed. Once again, 2 is called, 1 is called. Right? Fibonacci of 2. So Fibonacci of 2 means Fibonacci of 1 plus Fibonacci of 0. Fibonacci of 1 means it will return 1. Once again, after completion of this level, in this level, once again, Fibonacci of 1 is called, Fibonacci of 0 is called. So many times you are calculating same values. That is the problem in this code. Right? The time consuming is high. Right? In the program, we need to maintain less time for better performance. That's why we are using memos. Right? So here Fibonacci of 0 and Fibonacci 1 are so many times called. The solution for this problem is memos. So we are keep tracking of values. We are tracking the values which that have already been computed. So if the value is computed, that is placed in one place. No need to compute once again and once again. The value is occurred that will be placed in the dictionary. Right? So if you want that value access from the dictionary, no need to calculate once again. That is called memo. So what is meant by memo here? You are storing the computed data into one dictionary. That is called memo. So consider example, known is a dictionary. In this dictionary, for key value 0, for key 1, value 1. Same Fibonacci program here. If n is known, if n value is equal to 0, if n in known, so it is in known, it is available in known, what it will return? Known of n. So if n equal to 0 means it will return n of known of n, it will take 0. Right? Similarly, if n equal to 1, if 1 in known, so return of known of 1. What is known of 1? Value is 1. Right? So res is a variable. Calculate Fibonacci of n minus 1 plus Fibonacci of n minus 2 for other values 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like that, right? So after calculation of that, we are storing the result, res result, in the dictionary because we computed that value. So known of n equal to res, known of n equal to res, that will be placed here. Finally, it will return res. Let's check the same example in the Jupyter lab. Now coming to the memo example. See here, one dictionary is created, known 0011. This is the known dictionary. This is the Fibonacci program. Here, if n is in known, it will return known of n. That means call the function Fibonacci of, I'm giving n equal to 4. So run the code. So 3. Now check the known dictionary. Run the code. See here. Previously, known dictionary having only 0 and 1. Now, after execution of this, known dictionary having 0, 1, Fibonacci of 2, Fibonacci of 3, Fibonacci of 4. Right? So, next call Fibonacci of 3. So, when you run the Fibonacci of 3, it will automatically collect the value from the dictionary. That is called memo. So these are computed already. That's why no need to recalculate. Right? Now take another value. Fibonacci of 6. Run. So now check the known dictionary. See here 0, 1. Previously 2, 3, 4 is there. Now recently 5, 6 are added. So like that, known is updated for each and every execution of function. So that's the concept of memos. Next, coming to the global variables. So before going to that, first we need to know about local variables. What is meant by local variables? The variables which are present inside the function are called local variables. Global variable means the variables outside the function are called global variables. They can access by any other function. Let's check examples. Define add. Define add. Here two arguments are there. C is a variable inside the function. C is a variable inside the function. Print of C. Coming to the global variable example, a equal to 5, b equal to 5, c equal to a plus b. Same addition function, print of c. Right? Next, consider a equal to true display function. In the display function, a equal to false. Print of a. It will print false. It will print false inside the function. But there is no effect on global value. So this will be same. A equal to true. This function execution only gives false. Right? This statement will not affect the global value. A is always true. Right? Another one is a equal to 5. Define example ex function. Global a. Global a. Print of a plus 1. Now after execution of this, what is the a value? It is 6. Let's check another one. Here in this also, known is a global variable. Known is a global variable 0011. In this function example, known of 2. Known of 2 equal to 1. So it will place 2 value is 1. Like that you are adding. So this function adding the items into global variable. Adding the items into global variable, that is also possible. Let's check the examples in Jupyter Lab. Now coming to the global variables and local variables. First create one function add of a comma b c equal to a plus b, print of c, run the code. Now call the function add of 3 comma 5, run the code, will be 8. Of course this is c value. Now check the c value. C is not defined because C is inside the function, not outside the function. That's why here C is the local variable. Now coming to the global variable, A equal to true. So A value is true. So true is not defined. So take T is capital. So A is true. Now define function display A equal to false. False, print of A. Run the code, call the function this is display, run the code, false, right? Now check a value, it is always true. So this local value not affecting the global value, right? Now coming to the another example, a equal to 5. Now define function increment, print of a plus 1, print of a plus 1, run the code. Now call the function 6, right? So global value called inside the function. Now check a value. A value is 5. So it will not affecting the global value. So after execution of the function, the result is temporary, right? So that is global variable and local variable. So that's the concept of global variables. That's the today's lecture. We will meet in the next lecture. Thank you.